I grew up over in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and it's where I learned to talk right. And when I was a little boy, I wasn't so little, I was like 16 years old. I got to want whatever 16-year-old boy wants, and I wanted a car. And so I figured timing is everything, so I told my daddy one day when he was having to give me a ride somewhere, that he didn't want to especially give me that ride. I said, Dad, check it out. I'll give my sisters a ride anywhere they want to go. I got $500 saved up. You could loan me $500 and I could get this little car right down here. I was promising everything. And he looked at me and he said, I tell you what, son, I will just give you $500. It's $1,000 and you can take your $500 and pay the insurance. And I'll buy that car for you on one condition. I said, okay. And he said, you got to cut that long hair off. And back then my hair was barely touching my collar. And that was a big deal. I mean, I played baseball all through high school and a little bit of college. And they even had a rule in baseball that if your hair touched your collar, you couldn't play in the game. They'd come out there and measure it and cut your hair off. It was serious. I bet they dislike the long hair people. They even had signs in my hometown. You couldn't go in there if you had long hair. Anyway, I looked back at my daddy and I said, well, come on, Daddy. My daddy was a preacher, and so I figured that he knew. And I said, come on, Daddy, Jesus had long hair. I've seen all the pictures. Oh, I read about 10 seconds of silence, and then Daddy looked at me and he said, you right, son. And he walked everywhere he went. If I was Jesus, I'd have some real long hair, a robe and some sandals, but yeah, all I'd wear, I'd be the guy at the party turning water to wine. Me and my disciples, we'd have a real good time. If I was Jesus, I'd have some friends that was poor. I'd run around with the wrong crowd and I'd never be a bore. And I'd heal me a blind man, get myself crucified by politicians and preachers who got something to hide. Ooh, and I would lay my life down for you if I was Jesus. I show you who's the boss. I was Jesus. I forgive you and adore you. If I was Jesus, while I was hanging on your cross. If I was Jesus, I didn't get the car. If I was Jesus, I'd come back from the dead and I'd walk on someone just to mess with your head. I'd know your right little secret. I'd look you right dead in your face and I'd say, I love you with amazing grace. Ooh, I would lay my life down for Jesus. Yeah. I'd show you who's the boss. forgive you, and I'd adore you if I was Jesus. While I was hanging on your cross, if I was Jesus. Happy Sunday, everybody.